Unit 4 title, Contributing to Information Security Audit, Compliance and Assurance Activities, a comprehensive guide for Level 5. Diploma students. Introduction. Contributing to information security audit, compliance and assurance activities ensures that organizations effectively protect sensitive data, mitigate risks, and comply with regulatory requirements. Aspiring security professionals must understand the principles and practices involved in these activities to safeguard valuable information assets. This video aims to provide Level 5 diploma students with a comprehensive understanding of how to contribute effectively to these activities. Understanding information security audit, compliance and assurance. Definition. Information security audit involves evaluating the effectiveness of information security controls and practices to identify weaknesses and ensure compliance with policies, regulations, and industry standards. Importance. Audit, compliance, and assurance activities help organizations maintain the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of sensitive information. Build trust with stakeholders and avoid legal and reputational risks. Differentiation. While audits focus on assessing adherence to predefined standards and benchmarks, compliance ensures alignment with legal and regulatory requirements, and assurance provides confidence in the effectiveness of security controls and practices. Participating in information security audits. Audit planning. Participating in audit planning involves understanding the scope, objectives, and methodology of the audit and identifying key stakeholders and resources required for the audit process. Data collection. Gathering relevant information such as policies, procedures, technical documentation, and security logs enables auditors to assess the adequacy and effectiveness of information security controls. Interviews and observations. Interviewing key personnel and observing security practices in action provide insights into the implementation and effectiveness of security measures. Ensuring regulatory compliance. Understanding regulations. Familiarizing oneself with relevant laws, regulations, and industry standards, such as GDPR, ISO 27001, PCI DS, and HIPAA, is essential for ensuring regulatory compliance. Gap analysis. Conducting gap analyses helps identify areas where the organization's current practices fall short of regulatory requirements, enabling the development of remediation plans to address compliance gaps. Documentation and reporting. Maintaining accurate records and documentation of compliance activities and findings facilitates reporting to regulatory authorities and demonstrates due diligence in meeting legal obligations. Supporting assurance activities. Security controls assessment. Participating in security controls assessments involves evaluating the effectiveness of technical, administrative, and physical controls in mitigating risks and protecting information assets. Vulnerability assessments and penetration testing. Supporting vulnerability assessments and penetration testing helps identify and remediate security vulnerabilities before malicious actors can exploit them. Risk management. Contributing to risk management activities such as risk assessments, risk treatment planning, and risk monitoring enhances the organization's ability to prioritize and mitigate security risks effectively. Conducting security reviews and audits. Internal audits. Conducting internal audits involves assessing the organization's adherence to internal policies, procedures, and standards and identifying areas for improvement and corrective action. Third-party audits. Participating in third-party audits, such as supplier audits and certification audits, ensures that external partners and service providers meet contractual and regulatory requirements for information security. Continuous monitoring. Implementing continuous monitoring mechanisms such as security metrics, dashboards, and automated alerts enables ongoing assessment of security posture and early detection of anomalies or deviations from expected norms. Implementing remedial actions. Remediation. Planning. Developing remediation plans based on audit findings, compliance assessments, and assurance activities prioritizes corrective actions and allocates resources effectively. Implementation and tracking. Implementing remedial actions involves deploying technical controls, updating policies and procedures, and providing training and awareness programs to address identified vulnerabilities and deficiencies. Validation and verification. Validating and verifying the effectiveness of remedial actions through follow-up audits, testing, and reviews ensures that security improvements are sustained over time. Communicating results and recommendations. Transparent reporting, communicating audit findings, compliance status, and assurance results through clear and concise reports facilitates understanding and decision-making by stakeholders, including senior management, regulatory authorities, and external auditors. Recommendations for improvement. Providing actionable recommendations for improving information security controls, practices, and processes demonstrates a proactive approach to addressing identified risks and enhancing security posture. Lessons learned. Sharing lessons learned from audit, compliance, and assurance activities promotes continuous learning and improvement, enabling the organization to effectively adapt to evolving threats and regulatory requirements. Conclusion. Contributing to information security audit, compliance, and assurance activities requires a thorough understanding of audit principles, compliance frameworks, assurance methodologies, and remediation practices. By mastering these principles and practices, security professionals can effectively assess, improve, and assure the security posture of organizations, mitigate risks, and demonstrate compliance with regulatory requirements. As Level 5 diploma students, it is essential to immerse oneself in these concepts, apply them in practical scenarios, and continuously seek opportunities for learning and growth in the dynamic field of information security management.